For the first time in Marbled Superior's history, we have a friendly round. 8 teams, which comprise of 4 of the auto-qualified teams and the 4 auto-relegated teams, will be competing in a friendly round. No real competition, but just to try out the events, I guess. But it's still competing for bragging rights. Hello everyone, my name is Galactic, and today I will be commentating this friendly round. As you can see me up in the commentator box. Cool. And here are the qualifier events: Slalom, Friction Slope, Bridge Crossing, and Whirlwinds. The same events from the Season 4 qualifiers. Now, for the 8 teams competing, we have our 4 auto-qualified teams, the Mystic Twisters, our hosts, Blue Red Blasters, Team Toxin and Solstice Squad, and 4 new teams: Aurora Ambience, Aviation Nation, Fintastics, and the Timberwolves. And here we are in the first event, the Slalom. None of the new teams have done any of these events, so it's going to be interesting on how they stack up compared to teams who have staked their claim for being really good Marbled Superior teams, even though 2 of them were just introduced last season, and 1 of them haven't even qualified before then. But now, here we are for the first heat. Mystic Twisters are hosts, and the Aurora Ambience. This must be very intimidating for the Aurora Ambience, competing up against the team with the most amount of fans in the stadium. And down they go. Aurora Ambience actually do have the lead, but can they keep the Mystic Twisters on the top? And they are going to win the heat. Aurora Ambience getting a little bit strung out near the end, and that allows the Mystic Twisters to take the win. As you can see, Aurora Ambience made a mistake by the end, getting a little bit too close together and hitting one another, and that let the Mystic Twisters take the win with a 7.6 time. Aurora Ambience not a bad time either, but obviously not as good. Aviation Nation and Blue Red Blasters. I said that Aurora Ambience were intimidated. This is the most intimidated we could even be. The technically number 1 seed up against you, and they are so far winning. The Blue Red Blasters, last season's champions, are going to destroy the Aviation Nation. Now, Aviation Nation may be planes, but Blue Red Blasters really did fly to the victory, or fly to the end. Jeez, that pun really did not go well. 7.6 though takes the lead, 7.614 I should say, and Aviation Nation at 7.9 are last. Now Team Toxin and the Fintastics. Team Toxin came last in this event last season. How are they going to at least finish this time? Let's see, and so far they're doing a good job. But Fintastics have a little lead. Team Toxin on the top is going to make it 3-0 for the auto-qualified teams. 7.8 though isn't really that good, and it's only for 4th. Fintastics in last with a 7.947. No team's getting over 8 seconds so far, which cannot be said for some teams in the qualifiers, or can be said. Timberwolves and Solstice Squad now, as some people say, the best team in this competition up against the Timberwolves. Let's see what will happen. Solstice Squad have a little lead. Top on the Hooplino is usually better, and it will be this case. The Timberwolves are going to win. Solstice Squad aren't necessarily very good at slalom, so it's kind of understandable. But Timberwolves are winning by just 0.04 of a second over Solstice Squad. 5th and 6th, both of them are, so not great. The point scoring will be 10-8-6-5 all the way to 1. And Blue Red Blasters get those 10 points. Mystic Twisters get 8, and Aurora Ambience technically get their first ever medal, getting a bronze in slalom. Fintastics, Aviation Nation starting in the bottom 2, but we still have 3 more events for them to climb up the standings possibly. Now for the second event, the Friction Slope. This event was obviously in the Season 4 qualifiers, and it was a very chaotic event as we saw a bunch of teams either get really good times or really poor times in the final heat. And here we are for the first heat. We will be separating them from auto-qualified to auto-relegated. And here we are, Aura, Glider, Trout, and Coyote for this first one. Aurora Ambience already stretching their lead, and it's huge. Everyone else in a big bunch. They have a huge lead, and they're going to keep the Timberwolves, try and climb up to first, but it will not happen. And Fintastics and Aviation Nation have a bit of a drag race to the end. Aura from the Aurora Ambience, who have been a very popularly acclaimed member of the team, is going to win. Coyote comes in second, and Trout comes in third, just barely over Glider from the Aviation Nation. Not good. Those two came in the bottom 2 last event. Now Bust, Ivy, Crest, and Cloud. No captains and reserves, just normal members. Let's see how this works out, and it is Blue Red Blasters in the lead. Last season's champions trying to win another event, I should say. The Mystic Twisters and Team Toxin passed them by the end, and Team Toxin will be taking the win. And they will not be taking the win in the event, though. It will be Aurora Ambience, but they come second. Mystic Twisters third. Blue Red Blasters, a weird choice putting Bus instead of Blaze. Blaze literally won this event last season. And it's also Squad Crest, MVM last season, only coming in fourth. Or coming in fourth, but sixth in the event. Aurora Ambience taking first with Aura. In the bottom two, it's once again the same. The Fantastics and Aviation Nation, just in a different order. Aurora Ambience take the lead with the Blue Red Blasters and Mystic Twisters. Nobody else even moves in the standings. Aviation Nation and Fantastics are tied at 3 points right now. Not great, but they still have more time in the final two events, with Bridge Crossing being the first of those two. In the Season 4 qualifiers, the record is 94, set by the Yellow Jackets. We had this event record switch 4 times, I think, which is crazy for one event. Now you're going to start off with Aurora Ambience once again, the leaders of the friendly round standings over the top 3 teams and our hosts for this season. And right now, it's not looking good right now, and compared to what we saw in the Season 4 qualifiers, it's not going to be too pretty. 39, not good at all. It is better than some teams in that qualifier, though, so I guess they can be proud of that. Now Aviation Nation, sitting all the way down in 7th place, tied with the Fantastics at 3 points. Can they step it up with this event? So far, it isn't looking the best, but they still have one going, and they are going to get a finisher. Just 2 runs in, we already have a finisher, being, I don't know which member of the Aviation Nation it was. It was actually their last member, which I believe was Copter. Hold on to them, and they take 64 for first place. Now the Fantastics. How will they do here? And also tied in last place with the Aviation Nation. How are they going to do? It's not looking too bad. They still have one going, but it will stop at 24. Not the best, not the worst. It's just going to be the middle and second place. 10 points behind the Aviation Nation and 15 over the Aurora Ambience. Not too bad for a team sitting in last place right now, even if it is just tied last. Now the Timberwolves, the final of the expansion teams. Subbing out Jackal for Gorge here. Let's see if that works out. Right now, down they come, not looking too good. They still have 2 marbles going in Gorge. In fact, it's going to be the marble who gets 24. So, pretty good. Will it be better than the Fantastics? No, just barely not. 53 is just 1 point behind them. And that costs at least 2 points for the Timberwolves. Not great. Now the Mystic Twisters. We get into the teams who have done this event. And they didn't do too well in this event. I believe they came 10th. Or somewhere around that area. Down they go. Not doing too bad. They actually bump up on each other. And their run is going to end very quickly. 43 is very similar to what they did in Season 3. And it's not going to be good for our hosts. Even though I believe it is their weakest event, so it makes sense. Now the Blue Red Blasters. Flip side from Mystic Twisters. They came 3rd in this event last season. How will they do here? Will they live up to it? They have one marble stopping a bit early. And down. Oh, yeah, it's not good. Not good at all, especially for a team that did very well in this event. All the way back then, it's not going to be looking good for them. Only 5th. Even behind the Mystic Twisters, jeez. Now our next team, Team Toxin. The number 1 seed for this event, as they are 2nd place. They came 2nd place in this event in Season 3. Let's see how they do. And down they come. Oh, they have 3 stop! And that's just Colorful Crew's run, but worse. 27 is terrible. I'm sure no one's beating that anti-record. Oh my goodness. Now Solstice Squad. They ended this event in Season 3. They're ending it in the Season 4 friendly. Not sure how I remembered that, but I did. With Moonlight and Crest leading the way. And right now they are still going. They're both going to get 24. This could run for a win. Especially as they are sitting in 6th place. But it will not be enough. As it's 64, it ties. The Aviation Nation got a finisher and they didn't. So that means that the Aviation Nation will be winning this event by 0 points. but beating them by 2 points on the actual scores. Team Toxin coming in last. That is not good at all. Aurora Ambient still keep the lead, but it's just a tie between them and the Mystic Twisters. Blueberry Blasters in third, Team Toxin in fourth. Everyone can still win, even if it is extremely unlikely for the Fantastics. They still have a chance. Now, the final event, the Whirlwinds. This event was very chaotic in Season 4's qualifiers. And we just want to stay in the funnels as long as possible. This event was won by Projection and Adam, 2 second members of their teams. Here we are. Borealis, Aircraft, Blast, Clownfish, Fog, Luna, Poison, and Dingo. 4 captains, a reserve, and 3 members. How will they perform? And down they go into the first funnel. You want to stay as long as possible, as we saw in the qualifiers. Blueberry Blasters are doing exactly not that, as they are the first into the mini red funnel. Mystic Twisters still up there with Team Toxin and Aurora Ambient, and they will be holding the lead through the first funnel. Blueberry Blasters an insane recovery. They are up into second or third place after they were the first one in that funnel, and they are second place at the moment. Down there, it is Solstice Squad, who have done well in funnel races, but right now they're treating it like it is one. Mystic Twisters have a good lead on the Blueberry Blasters, and Solstice Squad jump up to 5th as Fantastics are the first team into the green spiral. Right now, these top 2 Blueberry Blasters were stuck in that funnel. Good strategy by them. And now them and the Mystic Twisters are just alone in that blue funnel. Nobody's occupying the green spiral. Mystic Twisters hold on to their lead over the Blueberry Blasters. Fantastic still down there in the the third to last funnel. And now Solstice Squad take their place. Timberwolves fall to 7th. Solstice Squad do not want this finish, but Fantastics hit them, so they might have a chance. Fantastics might fall to last, and they will. They're in the final yellow funnel, coordinatingly. And I didn't even notice. Blueberry Blasters have just taken the lead over the Mystic Twisters. I've just been focusing down at the bottom. Blueberry Blasters now have a good lead, actually. I wonder how they took it so well. Solstice Squad are the first to fall through, followed by the Fantastics. Timberwolves looking to fall through next, and they will. Aviation Nation follows suit. Final 4. Team Toxin holding on, and they will come 4th. Aurora Ambient. These are our top 3 teams in the standings. Aurora Ambient might choke the win as they come in 3rd place. Now for the final 2, Blueberry Blasters trying to win this so they can win the friendly round. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but they want it, and they will take the win in the final event, the Whirlwinds, after winning the first slalom. Mystic Twisters coming in 2nd, as they did in the first event. Let's see how things will shake up. Very interesting here for standings. Let's see how it will go. And Blueberry Blasters have won the friendly round. Mystic Twisters coming second by just 1 point. Aurora Ambient miss out by 3. What a close friendly round, at least in the top 3. Now heading onto the podium, Blueberry Blasters are the friendly round winners with 27 points. The Mystic Twisters with 26, and Aurora Ambient with 24. Everyone else getting under 20 points. Fantastics in last place. Not the best, but the next time I will see you will be in Season 4. So, see you there. Goodbye.